Hi YouTube, welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. I'm so excited to get into chapter 2 of this game. Y'all know I love it. Episode 2 awaits. If we need a little refresher on the personality traits we chose, we are talking to animals and we are mystical. Okay, ready, set, go. I love you, Seller. Okay, yes, continue. Would we like to see a recap of episode 1? Should we do that? I know that some of you already watched the VOD previously to catch the lore, but we could do a little recap. Any thoughts? Yes, no, yes, no. First person to answer gets their wish granted. Okay. Little recap. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Afraid. Dustin. So, what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing? I forgot what voice I used for him. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Can you hear the sweet whispers of new growth? Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness. Her desperate cries go unheeded. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, Luce, my hero! That's Gretchen's voice, by the way. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. Hi, bud. This moment might be... We might see something graphic, so maybe close your eyes if you're squeamish. But then there's the deafening sound of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Oh my god. Oh my god, what do we do? Okay, it didn't show it. You can open your eyes. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. It did look like a corn dog. Welcome home. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. From the relative safety of your cousin's uncomfortable guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Tuesday morning awaits. Wake up. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, you are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke, slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Note, You can refresh yourself on the events of the previous day by using the journal icon in the quick menu, this right here. Check in on Dustin. You open the drawers to check in on Dustin. Oh good, he's still here. Human is back. Good morning, Dustin. How are you today? Dustin feel good. Had productive night. I see you have a bread now. Yes, Dustin found a bread. Dustin also ate a bug last night. Good night for Dustin. Have you met Frou Frou? Frou Frou is the cat. Monster. Can I have my clothes back? These are Dustin's clothes now, no give back. Dustin bite if tried to take. What if I ask nicely, though? Dustin bite. Dustin have big teeth. Okay. We'll back off before the little opossum can follow through on his threat. You aren't in the mood to catch whatever weird disease opossums in North Carolina might carry. Good. Dustin not want bite, but Dustin will bite. Can I talk to you about something horrible that happened last night? Human can always talk to Dustin. What happened? The woods are full of big scary monsters. Dustin understand. World is full of big scaries. When Dustin gets scared, Dustin pretend to be dead. Good advice for a human, maybe. It was nice to catch up, Dustin. I'll leave you be. Okay. Thanks for the bits, Cheddar. You gently close the drawer. I don't know what voice that is that I chose for Dustin, but I'm really having fun with it. Let's poke around the closet. Great, the doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all, though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. You turn back to the rest of the room. Thank you for the gift subs! Oh my goodness! Wow! I think we're only 2 away from our first sub goal now. I can't read those numbers, they're so tiny, but I think that says 13, so we're 2 away from 15. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. But thank you so much, I really appreciate it. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. If you type exclamation sub goal in the chat, it will tell you what our rewards are. Yes, so level 1, if we reach that level, we will start a playthrough of the Dark Pictures anthology Man of Medan, which is another Choices Matter horror type game. And level 2, we will start the Seance of Blake Manor, which is kind of a detective and like investigative style game, if I remember correctly. I would be going in completely blind to that one, so I haven't even really watched a trailer for it, but it has come highly recommended. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. Time to start your day. Thank you, Owen, for putting that in the chat. You're back in the kitchen. Frou Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Her pupils dilate and her tail twitches. I see you are still here. How unfortunate. Excuse me, ma'am. May I pet you? That filthy pair of hands will not befoul my fur. Have you noticed anything weird around here? We ran into these horrible things in the woods last night, and... Silence! Do you know what time it is? Quiet your awful little mouth. Your voice is the only horrible thing I have witnessed as of late. Hey! Did you know the police called me this morning? You've only been here 1 day, and you have already had a run-in with the cops. We're going to use our mystical trait. The cops don't matter. Something is coming for this town, and I need people to start listening to me. Duke and Stella didn't take my intuition seriously last night, and look where that's landed us. I need you to believe me. You don't need to spin me tall tales to wiggle your way out of this. Just be careful, and remember that your actions have consequences for the people around you. I don't have the energy to spend this week cleaning up your messes. So just don't make any extra work for me, okay? Did they say anything about Duke? Did they find the body? Body? They didn't say anything about a body, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Luce. Before you ask, don't worry. I told them that you're an upstanding citizen. Thanks for having my back. Sure, what else is family for? So what is up with you and Stella? We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. I'm sorry. Good. I've got to get to work. But listen, you'd better stay out of trouble, okay? I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints, just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps toward the door. Sunset. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. It seems you make a habit of bad first impressions, no? The cat chuckles mockingly. Time to start your day. Let's... Oh, we should clean the guest bathroom. If you're going to have to keep using that ungodly bathroom, you're going to at least make sure the surfaces have been bleached. Yeah, we're going to be doing that. You scrounge for cleaning supplies, finding a few dusty containers and spray bottles, none of which you recognize. They all feel like antiques, but they're the best you have. Armed with a rag and a trash bag, you set to work. It is a monumental task, and it nauseates you to think about just how many years of caked up dirt, gunge, and former fluids you have to scrub away to return to some semblance of normalcy in the bathroom. That might be as much as you can do without a pressure washer and renovations, but at least taking showers here won't make you feel dirtier than when you started. But your admiration of a job adequately done is interrupted by a sudden, heavy thunk, thunk, thunk of a metal door knocker, the sound seeming to reverberate its way down your spine. Someone is at the front door. Before you get the chance to decide whether or not to answer it, it opens. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. I've been up thinking about what you went through all night. I brought some fresh tea. Let's settle in somewhere and talk. You and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. She gives one of Tabitha's few mugs a thorough rinse before pouring you a steaming cup of tea from her thermos. The smell is amazing, a nostalgic, earthy odor reminiscent of fall, as if it was brewed with autumn leaves. Take a sip. It tastes not unlike a rotten log, but somehow it isn't unpleasant. Like you're tasting a hike through dawn-dampened woods. It leaves a refreshing, citrusy aftertaste, like a cool breeze sweeping the leaves from the path the tea left on your tongue. Sybil was right. You can already feel it begin to ease some of the strain and tension from last night's events. I hope you like it. This is my new chaga and lemon balm blend. I love experimenting with local ingredients. Let's ask her what she wanted to talk about. What do you want to talk to me about? Oh, nothing much. You went through quite the ordeal last night and are holed up alone and, well, bless her heart, but Tabitha hasn't exactly reclaimed this place since Pearland died. I feel like I'm inhaling cobwebs. I wanted to check in on you. How are you holding up, dear, really? Why do you want to know? Because somebody needs to worry about you. And not in the way your cousin does. She's a very practical woman, that one, but not the most open to the matters of the heart. I'm just trying to stay on her good side. I wouldn't try too hard, dear. Sometimes the best way to befriend a cat is to ignore it. There's a sound somewhere above you, a creaking floorboard, betraying a shifting presence. There's something in the room above you. You heard that too, didn't you? You know, dear, I was planning to stop by the mines for a quick chat with your cousin. maybe it would be a good idea if you came along. I don't like the thought of you being alone in this big house. Not with the town the way it is right now. I would also die for Dustin. There's another creak from above. Leaving suddenly seems like a very good idea. And yet, that thought feels like it's not entirely your own. It unsettles you, though not as much as the sounds coming from the floor over your head. Is something in the estate telling you to leave? We did compare this game to another game. Yes, we compared it to Slay the Princess, in fact. Let's explore. Do you think this place is haunted? If it is haunted, I wouldn't doubt that you'd find it out as soon as you were alone here for too long. It sounds to me like whatever might be here is already restless to have you to itself. Okay, so we don't have the choice to stay here. I was kind of wondering if we could do some exploring. Let's get out of here. Yes, let's. Neither of you waits around to see if the sounds will continue. You quickly make your way back to the door and out into the inviting autumn air. You're once again surprised by the freshness of the mountain breeze, your lungs having grown accustomed to the stale, dusty air of the estate, not realizing how much they were being suffocated. At least it's a pleasant day for a walk. There really is nothing like the mountains in autumn. There is something comforting about the woman's presence. She exudes a warmth, her smile feeling like kindly approval, even though you feel you've done nothing to earn it. Not, is there a Mr. Sybil? Let's ask her about Tabitha. She works too hard, but I suppose that's the burden she carries, what with your family's mind to run. It can't be doing her any good, though. I'm sure that has something to do with her disposition. Bless her heart. Oh, my nails are not painted, unfortunately, but we can call the Luce shows off her nail color square, if that's what you're looking for. This is what they will be painted soon. I just haven't gotten around to it. The bathroom cleaning is my OCD exposure therapy. Do you know much about my family? Any history that I should know about? Oh yes, everyone around here knows quite a bit about your family. You founded the town, after all. Your family and the history of this town are completely intertwined. Your well, I'm not exactly sure how many greats that would be. Some distant grandfather of yours started the mine, which started the town. The town nearly collapsed into ruin after the collapse of 1918, and once again your family pulled it back up. Now, here we are. I'm not sure what else there is to say. What do you want to know? The collapse? Like an economic collapse, or... Well, we've certainly had our fair share of those, but no. There was a mine collapse in 1918. The town lost so many souls that day. Men and boys. This was before child labor laws came into effect in these parts. As if the collapse wouldn't have been bad enough tragedy on its own, there had to be children involved. It seems your family avoided most of the blame, especially since they managed to pull the town back together afterwards. Hard to remember to be angry at someone when they're the reason you have food on your table. We'll change the subject. And continue. Who is this? The two of you are interrupted by a woman jogging towards you. Oh! Joan! Wonderful to see you as always. Have you met Luce? Sybil. And no, we haven't met. Joan here is our resident doctor, and Luce is Vivian's kid, of course, in town for the funeral. I put that together. Nice to meet you, Joan. That's Dr. Kelly to you. People my son's age don't get first-name privileges. How is Reese doing? Any better these days? Dr. Kelly lets out a small, frustrated sigh. He's surviving, same as usual, you know that. Her son has a rare condition. Do you make a habit of sharing that kind of private information with anyone who wanders into town? Tell him Kanika says hello. I get the feeling she and Stella miss seeing him. Oh, since you're here, maybe we should set them up for a visit this week. Doesn't that sound nice? Luce could come too. Sybil, they're adults. We don't need to set them up on play dates, and you know how easy it is for him to tire himself out. It's not worth it. I need to get home and get him his meds. I can't stand around all day talking. The woman starts her jog again, her pace faster than before, almost as if she's running away from the awkward interaction. She's a bit of a brusque? Is that how you say that? Brusque woman, isn't she? But her heart is in the right place. Anyway, we should be on our way too. It's not much farther now. She was right. It takes very little time to reach the Scarlet Hollow Mines. A humble exterior greets you at the place that made your family its fortune. Your cousin just so happens to be at the gates, but it seems you aren't the only visitors she's dealing with at the moment. This is ridiculous. You can't fire me for having a damn cold. This has got to be some kind of, rights violation. You aren't fired, Terrence. You're laid off. Cutbacks had to be made. And obviously, I'm going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts. I had mono. I was puking my guts out. I couldn't crawl my sorry ass into that pit, and you wouldn't have wanted me there anyway. And you only gave us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system. You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take you at your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork. Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack, and that's not fair to them. And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out. To hell with you and your damn mind and this shit house you had me living in. It'd all be better off a heap of rubble. The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates. Sybil? Luce? What are you doing here? I wanted to have a word with your cousin here, and I had some business with you as well. Though it looks to me like you're busy, I wouldn't want to impose. Why don't you drop by the tea room sometime this week, Tabitha? Yeah, sure. I'll swing by tomorrow. Wonderful. I'll be on my way, but it was lovely catching up, Luce. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around town. The woman finally leaves, and you're alone with your cousin once again. Well, so much for you not intruding on my work. Come on, I guess I'll babysit you in my office. Just don't make yourself a burden, all right? I have a lot to do today. What is going on here? Is Stella banned from the mines? Can I ask her about that? I'll just say this. I cleaned the guest bathroom. You what? But there could have been important stuff in there. Sure, it was messy, but it's not like it was unsanitary or anything. What gave you the right to throw things away just because they look like trash to you? I don't appreciate people coming into my space and moving things around. Don't try to be helpful again. Got it? I'm sorry. I thought you'd be happy. Well, I'm not, so let that be a lesson. I don't want you to wind up throwing away precious family heirlooms because you thought they were trash. Tabitha clears her throat, clearly still seething, but trying to cover it back up. I have to get back to work. Try not to bother me. I need to concentrate. She returns to her place behind the desk and proceeds to ignore you. As you settle in, you take in the details of her office. You're surprised to see a poster of what looks like Stella. She has apparently been banned from the mines. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desk are portraits of older people, a woman and an old-timey man. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Beside that, there isn't much else to see. Why is there a poster of Stella saying she's banned from your property? Stella likes to poke around in places she shouldn't. She kept sneaking up here to film videos, or whatever her excuse was, as if that's not a lawsuit waiting to happen. So, she's banned. Who are those people on the wall? I'm sure you recognize Pearl Ann at this point, and the other one is Enoch, our great-great-grandfather, who saved the mine from ruin after collapse. The idea was to have all the family members who owned the mine up on the wall, but I don't think Pearl Ann was too excited to have great-grandpa Eddie staring down at her all day, so we're missing one. Can't blame her. I remember that woman well enough to know why she wouldn't want the reminder. You never call Pearl Ann Mom. I'm an adult. I don't cling to the dynamics of childhood. Okay. Sybil said things that I saw last night are an omen of impending doom. Something very bad is going to happen in this town. Sybil says a lot of things. She's one of those tea leaf reading fortune teller types. I really wouldn't take her vague warnings seriously. Don't get yourself all worked up over what some old lady told you about the end times or whatever she was going on about. God, you really talk a lot, don't you? This portent of doom stuff has me worried. How can you keep focusing on work when there might be some catastrophe waiting around the corner? I don't know anything about monsters in the woods, but if there's some kind of doom coming for this town, it'll be because I'm not able to do my job. You sit for a few long minutes. Tabitha taps away at her keyboard. The pleasant bird song you're used to hearing as the constant backdrop of Scarlet Hollow has been replaced with the distant sounds of machinery, muffled as it is by Tabitha's thin office walls. And then the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. Do you have any food? Tabitha sighs. I left you food at the estate. Why didn't you eat before you came out here? If you really can't wait, then go find something at the cafeteria. It's the building with the big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. Oh, and bring me back something too, while you're at it. They have a mac and cheese I don't hate. They have a mac and cheese I don't hate. You get up, leaving Tabitha's office and once again stepping out into the fresh air. This cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out to be. All of the gray, corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. You approach the nearest group of miners. You could cut to the chase and ask where the cafeteria is, but you are here among the workers unsupervised. What's the harm in asking if any of them have seen anything unusual? You got a reason to be bothering us? Not, I met this guy on the bus. I don't want to talk about that. So, what do you think of Tabitha? The miners stare at you, distrust in their eyes. Harrison chews her sandwich slowly. She works hard. She's a good enough boss. End of story. Seen anything weird lately? The miners look you up and down. Weird how? Have you heard any weird noises coming from the woods? Not a peep. We're underground most of the day, though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet. I've got a couple other questions. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. What happened to him? The miners shift for a moment, uncomfortably glancing at one another. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, he's gone. That's all that matters. What happened to him? Ain't our place to talk about it. Least of all, not with the boss's cousin. I'm looking for the cafeteria. I'm going to do you a favor and not tell you where it is. Oh, come on, Zax, go easy on her. I am going easy on her. The calf is slop. You're better off grabbing a bite at the diner. Only good establishment in town. I don't know, the mac and cheese is pretty decent. The mac and cheese is the only thing that's decent, and we all know why that is. Come on, let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyway. So much for getting a straight answer. The cafeteria remains a hidden treasure, and you remain without a map. Let's try another group. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin, can we help you with something? Let's just go straight for the cafeteria. Oh, sure, it's right over by... It's hard to find. I'll take you. Sure, get your brownie points. Later, man. Come on, let's walk. The hard-faced young man starts walking along with you, an anxious energy in his step, and he escorts you to a building whose cafeteria sign was definitely much smaller than Tabitha made it out to be. You line up at the steaming piles of subpar food, undoubtedly made as cheaply as possible, judging by your cousin's business practices. Still, it smells good enough, and you find your mouth watering in anticipation of the bland offerings. So, you're up in the big house with the boss this week. I just wanted to know if you've seen anything strange while you've been staying there. Oh, he's asking us. The man's voice is quiet and nervous. Like a mining jacket? Is there anyone up there with you? A man, maybe? Last name Wayne? Do you think there's someone up there? Because I was hearing some weird sounds this morning. I'm willing to bet money there was. At least that would mean he wasn't dead. Sam Wayne's been missing for over a week now, and nobody around here seems to give two shits about it, because everyone else is too cowardly to ask any questions about the person who saw him last. And I guess I'm a coward too. Can't even bring myself to make the accusation. Oh, are we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye? That's Sam Wayne fella, wasn't it? Whatever. If anyone asks, we never talked. Got it? I don't want to disappear too. What's got that kid so jumpy? It's like he never heard of a guy running off because he got broken up with before. Yep, I skipped down over less. Oh, it's my lucky day they got chicken and dumplings. What do you guys know about this Wayne fellow? All I know is that a certain someone got involved with somebody he shouldn't have, and nobody in camp has seen him since. I figured he'd just run off to live in that big mansion with his belle. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slightest bit of interest in you. Or any woman at all. Fair enough. Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. You'd best get going. Wouldn't want that hot meal to go cold. No reason to stay here any longer. That is interesting. I did not remember that. You step back out into the weak sunlight, clutching the containers of various beige slops, and start making your way back toward her trailer. But you don't make it very far before you're struck by an intense feeling. You recognize the hollow terror as the same thing you felt last night when you set eyes on that awful man in the miner's jacket. Luce, I wish you could have stayed at the estate. It's dangerous here. What are you? Flesh and blood, much like yourself. Do not fear me. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. What's going on? I'll be watching you. I keep tripping over my words and I apologize. Fear not. Let's just walk back. Let's be chill. She meets you at the door. Took you long enough. What, was there a long line? Let's ask her about Wayne. There's this creepy miner who keeps following me. Wayne? I don't know what to tell you. Look, I'm sure if you ask around about him, you'll hear some rumors, especially from my employees. They like to gossip. There was a man named Sam Wayne who worked here for a spell and then he disappeared. It happens all the time in this line of work. People show up for a job from out of town and they disappear one day after getting paid. I don't know what happened to the man. I didn't even know he was still alive. But, of course, my workers blame me for running him off. Whatever. It's easy to blame the mean boss for that sort of thing. If you've seen him around, that's news to me, and also none of my business, as he is no longer... Your cousin's attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere. She stares past you, focusing on something in the distance. Is that Stella? How many times do I have to tell her she's banned before she understands what that means? Tabitha shuts the door and you both march your way down the hill. As you and Tabitha approach Stella, the two old-timers take notice and wander off. Tabby, Luce, hey, I was just trespassing? Well, yeah, but I have a good reason this time. Shit, I knew we needed a lookout. Is there someone talking to you through an earpiece? Kanika, is that you on the other end? Stella hastily removes her earbud, muffling the other voice. Sorry, Tabby, it's just that Oscar's kid, Rosalina, has been missing since yesterday, so we decided to ask around to see if anybody had seen her, and while we were at it, we were also seeing if anybody had encountered these things that we saw in the woods last night, ditchlings, that Sybil said are like Mothmen foretelling doom. Stella. And also, there's this guy called Wayne who used to work here and who Kanika says is super creepy and sick, and Stella. Yeah? Just stop. Stop talking. It's not like I was filming or anything. I'm barely here, I promise. You are standing right in front of me. Extremely here. Why didn't you check the usual teen haunts for that kid? The Maxwell place or the gas station or whatever? Anywhere but here. Where you are explicitly not allowed to be. I mean, it's the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever befell the town. If there's another one coming, it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what our research pointed us towards, at least. Our research? Who's we? You and Kanika? Yeah, she would think something awful was going to happen up here. She hates me and everything I stand for and thinks the town would be some bustling utopia if I wasn't around to ruin it. When in reality, we both know it wouldn't exist without me. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree, so just go someplace else before... Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed the girl with a dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge. It's Rosalina! Kanika, we found her! She's headed up the hill. Up the hill? She's not headed for the old mine, is she? The one that collapsed? We'd better go after her before somebody gets killed up there. You've got to be kidding me. No, this is great. I'll just go let her know that Oscar is looking for her, and then we can get out of your hair. Bye, Tabby. See you around. Stella hurries after the girl, disappearing over the hill. Damn it, I'm never going to finish my spreadsheets. Nobody needs to be playing around in those mines. We'd better go break this up. You can vaguely hear voices emanating from the boarded-up entrance to the old mine. They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? Oh yeah, it's cousin bonding time. Tabitha sighs. Sure, okay, you've worn me down. I don't like the thought of you walking around an abandoned coal mine, but I'd rather not leave you out here unattended while it gets dark. You should be safe enough with me there to guide the way. Tabitha huffs her way up to the mine entrance and disappears into the dark. You follow her and enter the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and Tabitha to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Do you know why the entrance to this place was boarded up? Because there was a collapse 100 years ago that killed a bunch of people? 168 people. A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. It almost ruined our family. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Trapped under rubble and left to slowly succumb to crush injuries or burns or dehydration. Hi, Nate. Welcome in. It took a week to clear out most of the rubble and recover the bodies. The few survivors who were dragged out were never the same. I can't say I blame them. I get it. It's dangerous down here. I'll be careful. Good. We don't want any more bodies to be buried down here. I've already got enough of those on my conscience. Tabitha's ruminations are interrupted by thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. A hateful and broken presence stirs in the deep. It doesn't want you here. That was a warning. We have to move fast before something terrible happens in here. Hey, this place is haunted by the tragedies of the past, not by literal restless spirits. Don't go all ghost hunter on me. Whatever we just heard was probably another delinquent looking for a lifetime ban from my property. Come on, it came from this way. Tabitha hastens her pace and quickly disappears deeper into the mine. You take a deep breath and follow suit. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Echoing through the tight corridors, you and Tabitha can pick up snippets of a tense argument. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Coal dust? Come on, kiddos. There's some real spooky stuff going on in town right now. You shouldn't be hanging out down here. We're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Well, you look like a bunch of kids to me. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Looks like we found our trespassers. I still can't believe that Stella managed to drag Kanika out here. She avoids me like the plague. What happened between you and Stella anyways? You are extremely nosy, aren't you? But fine, what can I say? The woman has a fascination with me. We spent a fair bit of time together back in high school, but that's over, and she doesn't seem to get it. She never seemed to understand that I have responsibilities, and it's like every time I try to get her to leave me alone, it just makes her want to infiltrate my life even more. The teens are really teening. Let's just move on, all right? Those troublemakers are close. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. Within, a group of teenagers engages Stella and Kanika in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you or Tabitha approach. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left, so it's actually really safe and we can hang out here whenever we want. Wait, Becca, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. And Luce. I guess you caught up to us. 2 scarlets in one place. What luck. Sigh. Well, at least maybe you two can talk some sense into these kids. They clearly don't respect my authority. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking sound we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he really understands. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. Oh, no offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. My favorite Lady Gretchen. Yes, we do love Gretchen. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I am putting my mother in the ground this week. I do not have the patience to deal with children. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst possible place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mind's not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha. Tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. How absolutely rude. These pups need to learn some manners. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad, so what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the last couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off of my property. Tabitha? Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a really good reason for all that. He's a good guy, and he cares about you. I would also rather stay at the library than in this cave. I agree. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't even afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He said it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid. Ugh, you're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyways. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? At this rate, I would be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. I've seen some really bad things in this town. Even if it wasn't a ghost, it doesn't mean Oscar is lying to you. I almost just bought some bits to do the "we were rooting for you" sound alert. Ugh, why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There's no such thing as ghosts. Oscar is just lying. Yo, what if we break in and ghost bust the place anyways? Just to be sure. Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there are no ghosts. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. I am a believer in the supernatural, yes. I do believe in ghosts. There's no ghosts that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it's isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I've wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. They're an old Cornish myth, named for the knocking sound you can sometimes hear in the mines right before a collapse. Some say the knocking's a warning, while others say it's the spirits themselves bringing down the mines. Stella. I mean, that's not all they do. They're also sometimes just mischievous. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening here the last few days. What if this is our chance to actually get in a solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Taffy, you can come along too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You are all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where'd the three of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika. Maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneaking off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. They must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. It's probably for the best, dear. I miss that voice. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess, but no. There just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Nothing wrong with voice acting, but being able to do it myself is peak. It is fun. My voice does get so tired doing this, though. But I do have fun with it. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Becca's head pops out from the tunnel's entrance. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. And yes, that is why we only get one episode at a time. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever. Come on, you two. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Luce. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. The game I mentioned in the Discord, Disco Elysium, is almost entirely voice acted, which could be very helpful in a stream situation since that game is just a ton of writing. I am very intrigued by that game, and I have added it to my wish list. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. I will happily escort these two knuckleheads out. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby, I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. There's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. We could just all leave. What's the worst that could happen? Do you need me to start listing things off? I'd prefer to resolve this issue without word getting out if possible. Again, I don't want to deal with angry parents trying to sue me for their own negligence. Inspiring. Oh, don't worry, Luce, it'll be fun and safe. I'm sure that's exactly what you told her last night, and we all know how that ended. Oh, I have a mystical line. There's no way around it. It isn't just those kids. Something is calling out to us from down below. Noted. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. Excuse me, I am a formidable and self-sufficient monster hunting companion. For some reason, I can't get the Southern Belle voice back. I don't know where that went. I'm going like British royalty all of a sudden. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want a repeat of last night, and who knows if we will have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side. Hopefully soon. For sure. We won't be long. Cool. Can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. No, Peaches. Amy, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, my friend. How are you doing? How was your stream? I hope it went well. Kanika, Miles, and Zane head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. All right, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Hi, Em. Welcome in. I win. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Aw, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Hey. I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. I'm doing really good, Amy. I hope you're also doing well. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Oh. Uh-oh. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina, it's just mine sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. What did they see? Tommyknockers. It's not Tommyknockers. They're probably just jumping at their own shadows. You said it yourself, Stella. As soon as they got out of our sight, their bravado would vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. I would feel so claustrophobic if I was in this situation. Whew. As you progress deeper into the mines, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. The pit radiates rage, a white-hot anger. It hates you. But at the heart of it, you can sense something else. The quiet hum of a darker presence. The heart calls to you, desperate to be witnessed. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. All right, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins the climb down. You walk to the ladder and climb down. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca? Yep, they're close, all right. Good thing they're so damn loud. It sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There is something in the darkness before you that is much louder, though you don't hear it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Here we go. Hey, are you all right, Luce? Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. You said we wouldn't use this shipment. You know it's compromised. Hi, Angela. Welcome in. We couldn't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. We had to go ahead with it. It's still sturdy enough. It'll get the job done. Luce, are you all right? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, all right? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Whoa. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. You can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Both of us were shown the dark truth of this place. The sins that were committed, the deaths that followed. There's gotta be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. Are you literally gaslighting me? I said I saw it too. Stop being weird. We're leaving. Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left, out of breath and teary-eyed. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think that I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up the ladder, both of you. Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. We can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? This isn't a movie. The best thing we can do to help those girls right now is to not be buried alive ourselves. What do we do? What do you think? Chat? As if the game having the same initials as Silent Hill wasn't enough, I'm feeling the similarities a bit more now, right? Very, very spooky town vibes. I'm thinking we should just take Rosalina and go. We can at least save her. I feel like if we don't... we should go. We should go. You reach towards Rosalina. Ah! I'm so sorry, but there's nothing we can do about this. People who know what they're doing can go back for them after we're all safe. What if they don't make it? What if this is the only chance we have to help them? They already crossed that bridge. You can cross it too if you want. I don't care. Rosalina hesitates for a moment. Alexis, Becca, the way out is this way. If you just follow my voice, you'll be able to make it out. Okay, let's go. She grabs your hand and the two of you start climbing. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who'd spent her entire working life in and around coal mines. Becca, Alexis, can you still hear me? The knocking drowns out Rosalina's desperate shouts as the three of you crawl closer and closer to the entrance. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I left you guys. It's deafening now, as if someone were trying to break through the walls with fists of iron. You continue to push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. I'm so sorry. And there it is. Freedom. The three of you manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Alexis? Do you think the other two... Maybe they got out? It's possible, right? Maybe there's another entrance or something? Or maybe they're still alive in there. Oh God. I'm so sorry. Rosalina, are you okay? Your dad's on his way. He should be here any minute. I'm so sorry. I'm going back to camp. I'll be back with some men, and they can start digging. I'll call Earl. Bless her heart. She is so in shock right now. It takes a bit of time, but eventually Tabitha arrives with men and a machine to start digging through the rubble. You, Stella, and Kanika are afforded a quiet moment to yourselves as the others get to work. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. The Scarlets caused the old collapse. Charles Shaw was set up. No way. Dude was a monster. I mean, the Scarlets were monsters too. They still are. What am I saying? Visions aren't real? Visions can't be real. That would be magic. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Luce and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures. Next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. I saw something down there. Like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind you just before you left. Did you not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than the two of you in that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Oh, Stella. Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Yeah, really weird. Do you think Becca and Alexis are going to be okay? There were survivors in the last collapse. I left them down there. Don't say that. If you and Tabby didn't pull Rosalina out when you did, you all might have wound up buried down there. I think you did the right thing. What happens now? Oscar, this is my man right here. Hey guys, I don't think she's quite ready to talk just yet. What happened down there? Oscar, Luce pulled her out of the mine collapse. We don't know what happened to her friends. Luce, you mean Luce Scarlet? I'm not gonna jump right to poking around in his personal life, so we're gonna say this. She's okay, Oscar. I made sure of that. Thank you, Luce. I just wish I could have kept her from going in there in the first place. If I just paid closer attention to her, maybe none of this would have happened, and those kids wouldn't be down there. I can't help but feel like it was my responsibility to prevent this, and I blew it. Teens are reckless. There's only so much you can do. And the shorter the leash, the worse the relationship. Don't blame yourself for choices someone else made. As a former reckless teen myself and a current reckless adult, yeah, she's right. I guess that's true. I've tried to let Rosalina make her own decisions and learn from them. But that's for staying up late or going too fast on her skateboard, not this. Have you met the kids Rosalina hangs out with? Yeah, Rosalina has lived here since she was 2, so she basically grew up with them. They're a little older than her, and yeah, they get into some trouble, but I didn't think they were bad kids or anything. Especially that Alexis. Gosh, that poor girl. Always acted like a dog somebody had kicked. And now she's in there. It's not right. It's gonna be okay, Oscar. None of them deserve this. It's not fair that such bad things can happen to kids so young. Just not fair. Rosalina told us you two have been living in the library. I think she was trying to get away from that. Rosalina told you that? Yes, it's true, but you have to understand, there's something in that house. We believe you, Oscar. I couldn't let it hurt her, and since I didn't know how to get rid of it, I set up a back room at the library for us, just until I could figure out how to fix things. I know she hates it, but I thought it would be better for her. Instead, it just drove her away, staying with friends, not checking in, and now this. It's all because of that house. And because of me. Because I haven't been able to fix things. I just wish she could understand. I'll put the spirit to rest. We can perform a seance tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do whatever it takes, Oscar. Okay, I'm in too. Thanks, you guys. That really means a lot. I shouldn't have kept this to myself, but I was so afraid of seeming ridiculous. Dad, you must be so mad at me. Oh, Rosa, no. Of course I'm not mad at you. Do you think that maybe they got out? Maybe there's another exit somewhere. Rosalina, I should have pushed back harder. I knew the way out. I should have made them come with me. I just don't want them to be dead. I'm so sorry, Dad. You don't have to be sorry. You're alive, and you're safe. We couldn't have gone back for them, right? We wouldn't have made it out if we went back. You're right. We wouldn't have made it out. They don't deserve to be down there. Why should I have made it out when they didn't? This isn't about what people deserve, Rosa. You have no idea how grateful I am that you're still here. It's not fair, Dad. It's just not fair. I know, Rosa, I know. But I think the best thing you can do for your friends right now, until we get them out of there, is to enjoy the life you have. I know I haven't made that easy for you. I know you've been frustrated with the choices I've made. But I'm going to do what it takes to move us back into our house. We're going to have a good life again, Rosa. I'm sorry I didn't do this sooner. I'm sorry this is what it took. Dad. We're on the case. We'll be okay, I promise. I'm going to take her home, and I guess we'll see the three of you tomorrow. And thank you, Luce. You have no idea how much I appreciate what you did for Rosalina. I just want to say that even in this first two chapters, this first two episodes, I have already made choices that were different enough to drastically impact the outcome of this moment. And I'm not going to tell you what I've done in previous playthroughs just for the sake of, like, if you wanted to play it yourself to see what happens, but I didn't realize that I had, like, affected the path that much differently. But anyway, your cousin exhaustedly saunters over to you. All right, Luce, my men are set up to start digging. Let's go home and get some rest. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of variety we need, and I love it so much. I'm living for it. Now, hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss, in private? Okay, fine, just make it quick. And don't you dare try to pull anything on her. She did nothing wrong here. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. What a coincidence, running into you 2 nights in a row. This is my colleague, Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to meet you, Luce. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was my special bowling night, you see. A man has to have his me time. But I was briefed on the events of last night, even though we're still not sure if what went on could be considered a crime. Duke has been missing since then, though we found neither hide nor hair of him. Could be he's just on an extended hunting trip. It wouldn't be the first time he's done something like that. I was told the footage showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get the camera working, so no way to confirm until we track him down. Now, I understand both of these were terribly unfortunate accidents that had nothing to do with you being in the area, but as officers of the law, you have to understand that we get a little suspicious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. And, we have to ask, what exactly were these teenagers doing in a shuttered mine owned by your family? And why were you down there with them? You've got to understand where we're coming from. 2 kids, 15 and 14, are buried alive down there, and maybe they're dead, and you were on the premises. Whether or not that was merely a coincidence remains to be seen. But we've got to do our diligence here. We saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course, very noble of you. Pardon our questions. Just trying to gather all the facts, you see. Just being thorough. Our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening. But we may be in touch. Have a good one. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The 2 officers wander back towards the mine, Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe 2 nights in a row. Is it my fault, Meeks? Stella, no. This is all just an awful coincidence. It's not your fault. Oh, hey, guess the cops are done with you. What, are they gonna take you in for being present to an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time, small-town cops, you know? Always blame everything on drifters, even acts of God, I guess. Excellent, you didn't get arrested. Now come on, let's get back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that's happening tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Luce? Tomorrow? You have already ruined my evenings on 2 consecutive nights, Stella. What do you think you'll be doing with my cousin tomorrow? We're going ghost hunting at Oscar's, remember? We talked about it in the mines. You were there. I didn't think you were serious. Fine. If we're going to keep running into each other, we might as well all have an open line of communication. I don't have Stella's number, so Luce, you should make sure you do. Oh, sure. You give Stella your contact info. Don't worry, I'll only use this newfound power when it's truly urgent, like inviting you over for breakfast. Keep me posted on what she's doing. Let me know if that ghost hunt actually happens. It's weird that you care about what she's doing so much. Clearly, I have to. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by the arm. I'll text you when we're back. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what might lurk beyond the tree line. Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. You drop it. Tabitha's eyes remain fixated on the road. How are you holding up? Poorly, but I'd really rather we didn't get into it. Do you think Becca and Alexis are okay? We won't know for days at the earliest. Their parents should have kept tighter reins on them. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearland to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you, and about Pearland for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. You remain silent. I've got to focus on the road. Ride in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. You head up to your room to turn in. You collapse into Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from the evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, your thoughts drift to Alexis and Becca, terrified and alone, if not already dead. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. Don't read into this. The woman kicked me out. Just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. And we've reached the end of episode 2. We get a little end cutscene. The hole in the stairs. I would 100% step through that. Spooky. This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 awaits. Proceed if you dare. And YouTube, that's the end of this VOD. So if you'd like to catch me live sometime, you can find me on Twitch. There's a link in the video description that you can click on to follow me over here and get notifications about when I go live. Or you can continue watching the VODs here on YouTube by subscribing to this channel. And either way, no matter what you decide, I love you so much. And I will see you next time. Bye.